Welcome to Manifesting Money, where magical meets practical. We do our work so the universe can do hers, combining mindset practices, manifestation, affirmations, and practical budgeting to achieve our dreams and obtain financial freedom. If this sounds like something you're interested, stay tuned. We're getting into our mini lessons on Budgeting 101. So the first step in any form of financial journey, especially with budgeting, is to discover your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you want to get a handle of your finances? Why are you putting yourself through the effort and the knowing and all of the steps required to create abundance and to get financial freedom? It's so important because it's what we're going to keep coming back to when the math ain't mathin' and the numbers aren't working and things seem really frustrating and we want to spend on things that we don't need. So I've created three different ways, three different worksheets that you can use to kind of dig into finding the purpose behind your financial goals. It is enough to simply want to get your finances in order. It feels very adulty and things are hard, and kind of knowing where your money is going versus wondering where it went is the biggest part of budgeting. But finding your purpose behind it helps to kind of keep everything in perspective, especially when things feel challenging. So the first worksheet I have was one that I highly recommend for everybody. It's the Find Your Why, Discover Your Purpose worksheet. It's got different sections to reflect on your current situation, to uncover your values, define your financial goals, find your why, and create an affirmation that is in alignment with all the things you go through. Deeper than that, we have a couple other things. One of them is journaling prompts to explore your money mindset blocks. These questions come directly from the Financial Feminist podcast, season 1, episode 3. Ugh, such good questions. When I heard her say these, I was like, I have to write these down and I have to have everyone ask them. They're great questions to dig into, like your first money memory and how you first remember thinking about money. There's a lot of science that says how we feel about money and our views of money is kind of cemented by the time we're like 7 years old or something crazy like that. So it definitely is beneficial to dig into that and see, where does a lot of your money hangups or your ideas about money or even your positive ideas about money comes from your childhood. So there's a question about, what is your first money memory? How does that memory affect and dictate how you think about money now? How do you want to change your relationship with money? What will your life look like if you change your relationship with money? So these are great journaling prompts to get into. If you want to take it a step further, or instead of the journaling prompts, I've also created a money mindset tarot spread. I love using tarot as a way of self-reflection and to kind of dig into these things. So I've made a 4-card spread that looks into the root of your money mindset, the obstacles that are holding you back from financial abundance, guidance, what lesson do you need to embrace to shift your perspective, and the action. So the next step that you should take towards financial confidence. I have done 2 of these. I didn't do the journal prompts because instead I did the tarot spread. So I used Modern Witchcraft Tarot. These are the cards that I drew here. I love to keep track of and journal these things. You don't have to write it down, but I find it helps to kind of come back to it. And sometimes even just writing it, I have to clarify better in writing than I would just in my own mind. So for the root, I got the 5 of Pentacles, which makes a lot of sense. You know, I grew up single mom, worked trying to put herself through school. So we never went without, but I was very aware that money was a stressful thing for my mom, and it was kind of always in the forefront of her mind. We didn't go without, but I do know that there were things that would have been easier for all of us had we had more money. The obstacle in this place, which is the second card, I drew the world, and I'm taking it literal. Like, the world is the obstacle between me and my financial abundance, in part because capitalism is the hellfire landscape that we live in. Also, the career path, the job that I'm in currently, is notoriously a low-paying field. I am in veterinary medicine. I work emergency veterinary medicine, which pays generally better than like a day practice, but it's still pretty low income. being a woman in this world, we weren't given financial education. Nobody talks to you about a budget. Nobody talks to you about how to save or what credit cards can do and stuff like that. The women couldn't even have credit cards until the 70s. It's insane. But so for me, the obstacle that's holding me back is just kind of the current world situation. The guidance that I got, which is what do I need to embrace to shift my perspective? I got the Six of Wands, which is this girl here. She is writing back victorious, like she has won a battle. And for me, that pointed towards actually trying to enjoy success and celebrate having and making money. I grew up with like money is the root of all evil and money is bad and people who want money are bad and eat the rich, which also eat the rich. But so for me it feels very taboo to want money. Like it feels bad to want to make more money and to have more money and to build wealth. That feels very taboo, and it feels like it's not something that I'm supposed to want. So for me, it's celebrating, like embrace the what if I am successful, as opposed to being like, oh, if I'm successful, I don't have to worry about it. More money, more problems, but like more money, more opportunities is really what we're looking at here. So for me, it's celebrate the success. Don't be ashamed to want to make money and have more money and take action to actively pursue making more money. Finally, for me, the action. So what is the next step towards financial freedom? It was the Nine of Cups, which is this lovely lady here in her party dress. She's kind of the treat yourself girl, which I thought was really interesting because so much of my journey is to pay off debt and to save money. So treating myself seems like the antithesis of that. But just like when you're on like a restriction diet and all you can think about is what you can't have, I have found that the more I restrict myself, the more I just want to spend just out of spite sometimes, which I know is not accurate, but you just, all you can think about is spending money or not having the thing that you want. So you'll find, and you'll see in the coming videos, whenever I do my budget, I set aside money for personal spending. I set aside money for fast food because if I have it set aside and I know that it's accounted for, it's not this like forbidden fruit that all I can think about is spending money on myself and going to get fast food. Like it's available. That's option. I'm not bad for getting fast food, although where and how you spend your money is morally neutral. There's not good spending. There's not bad spending. There's just spending on things that you actually want and need and spending on money to fulfill other roles in your life. And we'll talk about that more. So that tarot spread was really interesting to me. Nothing was super surprising, but it's always so interesting to see the cards kind of confirm what I was already thinking. I did also go through all of the Find Your Why, Discover Your Purpose prompts because I thought that these were really, really useful. So in the first section was to reflect on my current situation. How do I currently feel about my finances? I feel okay. I've been budgeting now for about a year and I feel like I have a handle on it, but I definitely I wrote that I have an income problem, but it's not really a problem. I just don't make enough money and I would like to make more money just so that I can do more things. So the challenges that I'm facing is that I'm just not making enough income right now. I've got my spending pretty well in hand. I just want to make more money. So I have money to set aside for savings funds and vacations and emergency funds and moving forward. This question I love is, what does financial security or abundance look like to you? So it's not just like, oh, I have money, but like specifically, I want to be able to plan for a vacation. I want to not depend on credit cards. I want to have a 3-month emergency fund and, putting that money towards my future rather than paying for my past, which I love is kind of a mindset for credit card debt and debt in general. The second section is to uncover your values. So what are the top 3 things in life that are most important to me? I would say my family, my independence, my home. Those are the top 3 for me. So by achieving financial freedom, how does that align with these values? It aligns really well for me. Like I want to be able to provide for my family, know without a doubt that I can take care of myself and my kids in my home, and have that independence to know that if something were to go awry, that I am financially prepared for it. Short-term financial goals, which these are so important. So my short-term goals are to pay off all my consumer debt and have at least $1,000 in an emergency fund. Long-term goals, girl, we dreaming big here. Long-term goals, I want to be completely debt-free. I want 3 months of living expenses in a high-yield savings account. I want to make $1,000 a month in dividends from my investments, which, that feels like such a faraway goal, but you know what? Long-term, baby, long-term. And I want a personal net worth of $100K. That seems so far-fetched. It seems so crazy, but you know what? We're putting it into the universe. We're doing our work. We're putting our dreams out there. And I do believe that with hard work, like I have always been one of those people that I truly believe that the universe is always looking out for me. Like even when things are tough, they're nowhere near as bad as they could be. And I always am grateful for that. So yeah, I'm just putting it out there. Like, hey, universe girl, your girl wants to be worth some money. So let's go. Now, I will say net worth is not personal worth. You are worthy as a human being just as you are. Don't confuse your financial worth and your financial abundance with your worth as a person. I'm just going to put that out there. Those are not the same thing. So, what I will do to achieve these goals, I can, what do I want to achieve? Why? Goodness gracious. Why do I want to achieve these goals? Obvi. To protect myself and my family, for a sense of safety. Money can't buy happiness, but money does give you options. And options give you a chance to do things that can create and bring happiness to you. So, how will life improve? Just that sense of safety is so important. That sense of like, I've got this, like I am a very resilient person, but it would be nice if my finances matched my personal resilience. One thing I'm excited about being financially secure is just knowing that I can take care of stuff, even just like around the house. Like we need a new fence and we could use new windows and stuff like that. I want to be able to know without a doubt that I can plan for those things. And also so that if I'm sick, I can rest. I don't have to worry about, do I have sick time? Am I able to afford to miss, a shift at work? And having that kind of freedom to take care of myself and my family when I need to is just, so good. So good. So my personal affirmation is I am creating financial freedom so that I can build a life of safety and opportunity for myself and my family. And that's the why for me. That's why I do this is I want that safety. I want those opportunities. I want to kind of break the cycle of paycheck to paycheck. I want to show my kids how to plan for their futures and what they can do about it. So this is the number one first step in your financial journey is to really dig into this stuff and get comfortable with being uncomfortable about your why and about your money mindset and where some of these blockages come from. If you do the tarot card spread, I would love to hear about it. Let me know if anything was surprising for you. And if you go through these sheets and you've created your own money affirmation, post it below in the comments. I would love to see it. We're going to continue on this journey with more how-to videos coming soon. So stay tuned and let's manifest some money.